Hey everyone, and welcome to the Jupiter Child. My name is Andy, and I'm so excited to bring this pick a card reading today. We have a more lighthearted reading today, more of a motivational reading, I would like to think. We are going to be taking a look at what your hidden talent. So this is going to be a pick a card reading where we're going to discover a hidden talent of yours, or something, an ability or talent or gift that you are very skillful at, very good at, that is maybe hidden from you, you're not fully aware of. It could be something that you kind of have a hint that you kind of know that you're good at it, but you don't know that is actually a hidden talent of yours. I have 4 piles to choose from today. For pile number 1, we have dreams. Pile number 2, we have nature. Pile number 3, we have companionship. And for pile number 4, we have body balance. Just really quickly, if you would like to choose your pile now, you already know 1, 2, 3, or 4. You can pick by the number, you can pick by the colors, you can pick by the words of what each card is. I will leave timestamps down in the description box as well as in the comments, so you can go ahead and skip ahead. But I'm going to go ahead and give a quick, brief description to kind of help those of us that maybe need a little bit more to choose a pile. For group number 1 for dreams, I feel that you may be someone that is very intuitive. You may be someone that has a lot of vivid or lucid dreams. I'm also getting that if you're drawn to this group, I feel that this is going to be for people that also maybe suffer from a lot of sleep paralysis, or have suffered from sleep paralysis before. But I do get that you might have prophetic dreams, or you may see into the future. You may have dreams or visions even during the day, like daydreaming, and then later on those dreams or daydreams, those visions come true. So I'm getting that for this group, this is someone that has a lot of dreams, vivid dreams, lucid dreams, may suffer from sleep paralysis or has in the past. But I'm also just getting that this is very psychic, very intuitive person, a very prophetic person. You know things before they happen. Okay, so if that kind of describes your vibe, go ahead and pick that group. For group number 2 with the nature card, I feel that this is probably going to be geared more towards my earth sign individuals, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You don't have to be an earth sign to resonate with this group, but I feel that a lot of you are going to be earth signs, or if you're not an earth sign, you are someone that really likes to be out in nature. You feel really connected with nature. I'm definitely getting that this is my animal lovers group. So you probably describe yourself as an animal. Animals like cats and dogs and household pets, when you go to people's houses or you meet other people's pets for the first time, really love you, really feel gravitated towards you and towards your energy. You could also be like animals listen to you really, really well as what I'm getting. And you just feel really connected with nature. I'm also getting that you may spend a lot of time in nature, whether that's just going for a walk outside, going to the park, hiking. I'm also getting maybe some of you like to go camping. But I'm getting a strong connection with nature. I feel that if you pick this group, when you are outside, even if you don't spend a lot of time, you probably like to listen to the birds sing and chirp. Like you always kind of like take note of it. So that's if that group resonates with you, if that little brief summary resonates with you, go ahead and skip to group number 2 for your reading. For group number 3, we have companionship. I'm getting that this group is for my individuals that are my social butterflies. You could be a Pisces, because Pisces is the social butterfly of the zodiac, but you don't have to be. But I am getting that this is the group that really likes to socialize and really likes to deal with other human beings. Now I am getting that some of you were drawn to this pile because I'm giving this description. You're kind of going, well, I'm an introvert, so this can't be for me. It's not that you can't be an introvert. You don't have to be an introvert or an extrovert to be gravitated towards this pile, to be a friendly social person. I'm just getting that this is the type of group that really likes to analyze people. So you really could be an introvert. You could really not interact with people, but you like to study people. You like to study how people talk, how people walk, how people act, how people interact with other people, how people interact in different situations with different people in different social settings. I'm getting that this is my very analytic group. This is my very strong observational group. I'm also getting that if you were drawn to this group or are drawn to this group, I'm getting that there was some childhood trauma that you experienced that made you become hyper vigilant and hyper aware. And this is where this comes from, that it's your I don't want to say it's defense mechanism because I'm not sure that that's quite the right wording, but it's almost like because of how you were raised to become hyper aware, hyper vigilant to people's emotions. And because of this is why you have become a very analytic person to other people, or towards other people, and towards other relationships and social interactions. So if that resonated with you, go ahead and pick group number 3 for your hidden talent and hidden gift. For group number 4, we have body balance. So I'm really getting for this group that there is a lot of energetic work. I'm getting kind of a similar pull as group number 1. So if you were drawn to group number 1 as well, you may want to watch that one as well. You may want to watch both. But I'm getting that this group has a lot more to do with, I'm getting that this is a group of people that focus a lot on themselves, focus a lot on bettering themselves, on evolving themselves, on growing as a person, as a singular individual. I'm also getting that this group is also psychic in a similar fashion as the first group, but I'm getting that this group is more in the masculine energy in terms of using that psychic work, that psychic power, that psychic ability to do things in the physical realm. I'm getting that this group, you may have been told, like, or you may have been told, or you may be told that when you're in a room, you light up a room, or people tell you that they feel safe around you, they feel comforted around you, they feel healed after they have a conversation with you, or maybe not that, but they'll say, oh, thank you so much for talking to me. I feel so much better now that I talked to you. You may get a lot of that. But yeah, I'm getting that because with the body balance and the yin and the yang, the moon and the sun within the body, I feel like this is a group that incorporates their masculine and their feminine very, very well. Like, you see the duality in it. You could also just be a non-binary type of person where you don't really associate yourself with either gender, and you're kind of just gender fluid or non-binary. And you don't like to focus or live in terms of man or woman, masculine or feminine, although you incorporate both very, very well. I feel that this is a person that is very balanced, or a person that tries and strives to become very balanced in their life. Okay, I also feel like you're a very, very fair person, very middleman energy. If you're the person when people are arguing or there's conflict around you, you're the person that kind of sees both sides. You're like, okay, I understand where they're coming from, and I also understand where they're coming from, and you kind of try to be a mediator, like, hey, like, I get where they're coming from because of X, Y, and Z, and then you go to the other side and you're like, hey, they're coming from this place because of X, Y, and Z. You're very good at seeing both sides to things. You're very good at seeing, you're really good at empathizing, putting yourself in other people's shoes. That is going to be your pile, okay? If you have not chosen already, pause the video, take a second, take a deep breath, and pick whichever group or multiple groups that you feel drawn to. And again, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at your hidden talent. And here we go. Alrighty, my group 1, we are going to go for dreams. So the card that you got for your pile is dreams. Really quickly, like I had said in your recap, if you skipped it, I feel that this is a group of people that are very intuitive, very psychic in the sense of foresight, in the sense of claircognizance and clairvoyance. I feel that you see images, you have a very vivid imagination, or you have very vivid dreams. You have very lucid dreams. You may be someone that also too, when you wake up the next day, you're really exhausted. I'm getting that this is the group that does a lot of astral plane traveling. Like, your soul leaves your body and goes and travels around the world and goes, visits different people and does a lot of work throughout the night, because this is part of your purpose to do this type of psychic work. I am also, the other thing that I got too is that you're a very prophetic person. You have, because of that claircognizance that I feel from this group, you're someone that your dreams or your visions, your daydreams tend to come true. You usually have a dream and it'll probably come true in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not in the literal sense of what you're seeing in your dreams, because I am getting that some of you see very crazy, sometimes even disturbing images in your dream, which is normal for someone with clairvoyance. Because your conscious brain is trying to make thoughts, it's trying to make sense of what it is that it's trying to receive. And and our minds can only perceive and understand so much. So it tries to shape the messages and the energy into ways that you will understand, which sometimes it can come out as like monsters or things that are still confusing, okay? But yeah, I'm getting that this is my lucid dreamers, very psychic, very clairvoyant, very claircognizance. You just know things, you see things, you foresee things before they occur, which actually helps you a lot to avoid a lot of unnecessary drama in your life. You're definitely a night person. If you pick this group, if you know how a lot of people say they're a morning person or a night person, I think that this is for my, this is for my group of people that are consider themselves, Jesus Christ, should not have had lunch right before this. This is my group of people that consider them night people or night owls. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at what your hidden talents are. For my group number 1, what is their hidden talent or talents? 4 of Cups in reverse. 10 of Swords in reverse. And Judgment. Okay. So I feel that if you pick this group, I think that what you're really, really good at is being able to just know things that are not there. Know things that lie deep within yourself or deep within other people. I'm getting that throughout life, especially if you're on the younger side, I feel that you've probably struggled a lot with understanding your emotions or understanding yourself. Like you just had a difficult time understanding who you are and what you bring to the table and what your worth is. I do feel like your life has been filled with kind of a lot of suffering. I think specifically because of this, because you have a difficulty of understanding yourself, and I mean, when I say the self, I mean every aspect of yourself. You have trouble understanding your thoughts. Like you question, why do I think these things? Why did I have that thought? You struggle with understanding your emotions. Why do I feel this way? How do I even feel? What is this feeling? I feel that you have a lot of questioning of the self in that way. And I feel like because of this, it's kind of made you be unable to see the bigger picture in a lot of things. What I do think with the Judgment card, and this is actually interesting, if you were also drawn to group number 4, I would recommend watching group number 4. I haven't even done group number 4, but I would recommend watching group number 4, okay? Because we have Judgment with the scales, which is pretty much what body balance was. And I did say when I got to group number 4 that group number 1 and 4 are kind of linked together in the terms of the psychicness. I feel that because you've suffered a lot, I think that what you're really good at is you are really good at empathizing with others. Very similar to what I just said for group number 4, that I feel that this group has I think that specifically for you, you have a difficult time understanding yourself, but I actually think that you have an easier time understanding others. And I think that part of that is because your hidden talent is you have to go through, and you've had to go through a really difficult time in life. Like I see that you've suffered a lot. I just feel that there's a lot of suffering in your past, and I actually feel that there's a lot of suffering in your present still. What it is specifically, I'm not 100% sure, but I just feel that you are someone that you when you think, you're like, dang, I went through a lot, or I've suffered a lot. I've had to deal with a lot of bullshit in my life. And I think that because of this specific path is set for you in this lifetime in order for you to be able to have more sympathy and more empathy for other people. Like you understand life is hard because you've had a hard life. You understand that sometimes life kicks you down when you're already down. They kick you even further down. So you understand when others are going through similar things, and you can sympathize with them. You can empathize with them. You have a really good, it's really easy for you, group number 1, to put yourself in other people's shoes and care for other people. So in turn, what that creates for you, the talent that brings out of you, is that you are a really caring person. I believe that I said group number 2 was my earth signs. I feel like this group, you could be an earth sign or a water sign. So you could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And if you're none of the, you could have those placements in any placement. It doesn't have to be just in your sun sign. It could be in your rising or moon or Venus as well. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But I'm getting that that's what your talent is. Your hidden talent is that you are a healer, you are a caregiver. It's really easy for you to hold and create space for others to come to you for healing, for comfort, for love. And I feel that it's really easy for you to give it to other people. I do think that it may be a little bit difficult for you to do what you do for others, to do for yourself, which I think is like the most, like it's in most cases, I think that it is really difficult to do what we do for others for ourselves. And I'm not sure why that is, to be honest. I'm still trying to figure that out because I am that way as well. But I do think that you are really nurturing, really loving. I feel that if you, whether you have a lot of friends or few friends, I feel like you are a very good friend. You are a ride or die type of person where if someone is truly your friend, if someone is truly in your court, if someone is truly like, if this is someone you really love, you will fight for them, you will die for them. And that is your hidden talent of just being like the ultimate ride or die, being the ultimate caregiver, the ultimate healer, the ultimate friend, the ultimate lover. You are if you're in and you decide that this is someone that you love, it's like, I will protect, I will attack. Like you are that kind of person that you will do what needs to be done for the people that you love. And that is a talent in itself, because you have to think about, there are so many people that say that they're ride or dies, that say that they're willing to do anything for people, but then when push comes to shove, they ain't showing up. And when push comes to shove, you show up. You show up without question. Like I feel like you're rolling up your sleeves like, baby, like who do I gotta fight? Because I will fight. You will fight for your loved ones. You will protect your loved ones. You will do what needs to be done. And with judgment, we do have Libra energy, so you could also be a Libra because that's the only significant, strong, major arcana that I see here for zodiac signs. But with judgment card, I feel like you are someone that is fair and just. Like you are someone that is like, you give and like, you may not take as much, but I feel like you have an equal give and take. I think that it's easy in your relationships for people to give back to you because you are so genuine with your energy. You're so not genuine. Well, yes, that too, but the word I meant to use was generous. You're so generous with your energy. You're willing to give your love and your time and your energy and your effort and your strength to your friends and family and loved ones. It doesn't have to be friends or family. It's just whoever you love, because maybe it's not your family, maybe it's not your friends. Whoever your loved ones are in life, I feel like you're so there for them. You're so caring towards them. You really, really love and love hard. And that is your hidden talent. I want to get a message and then also kind of talk about how you can use this talent because I think it's a beautiful one. We have peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. And night wind. Yes, there is a big pull here towards, I feel like you find peace and comfort in the night. You may be someone, like I said, night owl. You could be someone who like stays up all night, like you don't sleep. And that's kind of when you feel really comforted and safe in the night, in the darkness. There's something about being in the dark that you find comfort in. We have facing fear, subconscious release, and healing with night wind, and peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. So Spirit, I think this is a message specifically for you guys, that Spirit wants you to focus on letting go of anything that is hurting you, letting go of anything that has hurt you in the past and that is hurting you. Because like I said, group number one, I feel that you have suffered a lot in life. And I think that a lot of those swords are still stuck in your back. A lot of that, with the 10 of Swords in reverse, a lot of that stuff is still really painful for you. It still hurts. And I think that Spirit is saying that, you got to pull those swords out. You'll be safe. You got to let yourself fully heal from this, just so that you can be in an even higher and more powerful place with your talent. You can be even more giving and more loving and more protective over your loved ones. So just talking about jobs or fields or things that you can do that I think would be really beneficial and really great with this talent that you have. Being a caregiver or a nurse or a doctor, I think are all things that you would be really, really great at. Even just doing like hospice work or, like I said, caregiving. If you're, underage or maybe you don't want to make a career out of it, volunteering at shelters, animal shelters could be, something for you. But I think that your focus is more towards people. So being a caregiver at a retirement home, being a caregiver for your own personal grandparents or elders, if you have a grandma and grandpa, like being a caregiver for them, I think would be really helpful. You would be really good at it as well. It wouldn't be something difficult or draining for you to do. What else do I see? Any type of work that involves servicing others, I think that you would be good at. And I am kind of getting more of like a counselor, mentor, healer vibe. Like I said, this is my group that is a little bit more psychic. So you could be interested into some type of light work, like reading tarot or doing hypnotherapy or something like that. Something where you, because I feel that you genuinely care about people. That's what it is. So I feel like any work that has to do with caring for others, I think you would be good at because you genuinely care about other people. Specifically your loved ones, but I am getting that you may be on the younger side. I feel like I mentioned that already, but I'm getting that vibe. I'm getting that as you mature, that love, once you kind of let go of the hurt, because I'm also getting that right now you have such strong, deep devotion and love for your loved ones, but you can evolve that power into having that strong devotion love for every human. You can, but I think what's keeping you from is like whatever you've gone through in life, whatever you've suffered by whoever's hands you've suffered by, you may be like, not everyone deserves my love. I feel like that's kind of the mindset you could be in now. Like, not everyone deserves my good friends, the people I love deserve it, but everyone else, no. Like, and I think that is something that is not hurting you per se, but it is limiting you, which in a way I think is hurting you, but it is limiting you. It's limiting your abilities, limiting your capability, group one, because you are capable of so much more than you already are, which is beautiful because I feel that you're already capable of so much. Yeah, and Spirit wants you to release the fear that you hold in your subconscious. There's some deep healing in there. Really pay attention to your group, to your dreams, group one. I highly recommend for this group to keep a dream journal or like leave your notes app open on your bedside table. As soon as you wake up, whatever you remember of your dreams, write it down. Don't try to write it down later. You have to have a notebook or pen and paper next to your bed so that when you wake up, you write down as much of what you remember as you can. Because for me, I have vivid dreams too. I have prophetic dreams, but girl, within like 2 minutes, like they're fading. So like if you don't write it down as soon as you wake up, you will lose it. And I think that you analyzing or rereading these dreams, there will be a lot of hidden messages for you, okay? I hope that you guys like this reading. Beautiful talent we have here, being an ultimate caregiver, an ultimate lover, protector, fighter, and just being a really like psychic and intuitive person. And I think that I have high hopes for this group, because this group, it's almost like you're always being given the knowledge of what to do. You're always being led through your dreams and through your visions towards what is right. So as long as you listen and follow those, you'll always be okay? All right, I wish you best luck. Hope you enjoyed the reading. If this resonated with you and you like the reading, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you later. Bye, group one. Hey, group two, we have nature. For you guys that picked this group, this is going to be your hidden talent. Very quickly, I want to just do a quick recap for those of us that maybe skipped that intro in the beginning. If you picked this group, what I got was that you are someone that is very connected with or very drawn to nature. You like to spend time outside, camping, hiking, running, picnicking, whatever. Fishing, even for some of you, swimming in lakes and rivers and oceans, not like artificial pools. Some of you could be into gardening as well. I just got that. I didn't even think about that earlier. Some of you could be into gardening, planting seeds, growing fruits and veggies and flowers. You may really enjoy hearing birds sing and chirp. Every time that you're out, you always make a note to kind of notice that or listen into that, which is beautiful. I did say that this is the group that I feel could be earth sign energy. So you could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo, but you don't have to be. You just have to be someone that is very attracted to the earth, whether you spend a lot of time outdoors or not. It's just something that calls to you. Nature calls to you. This is also the group that I feel is my animal lover group. So if you consider yourself an animal lover, this is definitely the group for you. If you love animals, animals listen to you really easily. Other people's pets really like you. Other people's animals really like to be around you. Yeah, I'm getting like a really beautiful positive energy from this group. You have to think about, I always say this too, if I would say like my dog doesn't like someone, there's a reason. Like probably because they got some wacky energy. I feel like all animals really like you. Like I feel like it's very rare unless they're, you know, a dog or an animal with problems. I feel that almost every dog you encounter, every animal you encounter, like goes up to you and like loves you. And I feel that even the owners will say, oh, that's so weird, normally they don't like people, you know, like you're that person that other people's difficult dogs or pets will go up to you and be friendly to you, and the owner will say, that's so strange, normally they hate everyone but they love you, you know, type of vibe. Which is great. It means that you have a beautiful energy, you have a beautiful aura. So let's go ahead and take a look at what your hidden talent is, group 2. For group number 2, those connecting with nature, green could also be a favorite color of yours. Green, yellow, red, like a light purple.
I
like,
didn't get that.
Oh girl, I wasn't talking to you, that's why you didn't get it. Like a light purple. You may also like flowers or floral prints as well, like sunflowers or like any type of floral print. Page of Swords in reverse. What else is the hidden talent? What's the hidden talent for group number 2? Knight of Pentacles. Yes, you guys are definitely... Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. We have Queen of Pentacles in reverse and 10 of Pentacles. Okay, that also came up. I'm gonna take it. Okay, we have Page of Swords in reverse, 9 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Definitely earth sign vibes from this group. If your sun placement is not, you know, if you're not a sun sign or sun placement, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, I really feel that you have strong earth placements somewhere in your chart significantly. It could be in your rising, or somewhere else in your chart. You may just have a lot of earth sign energy in your chart. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You don't have to though, but I do really feel there's a lot of earth energy that just came out. Okay, I feel that you guys may feel that your value is more in what you do, action-based versus, or like acts of services based versus the words you have to say. I feel that this group might be even a little self-conscious about their speaking. Like, you may think that you're not a good speaker. You may be someone that stumbles a lot on their words, talks too fast or talks too slow. You may be someone, like most earth signs, have a difficult time connecting your emotions with your words. So whatever you're feeling or thinking, you have a hard time like blah, 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 speaking it out into existence. You know what you want, you know what you feel, but then when you start to talk about it, it's like your words get all jumbled up, and it's almost, I'm getting this group feels like they never say the right thing, or they tend to say the wrong thing a lot, even though you're not intending to be hurtful or nasty or vicious or whatever. You just have a difficult time maybe expressing yourself verbally, is what I'm getting with this group. With the 9 of Pentacles, there is a lot of strong, independent, flourishing, beautiful energy coming through. And although the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse here, I think that it's just that right now, in this period in your life, while you're watching this, you may just feel a lack of confidence, okay? A lack of security in yourself, although you have everything that you need. So what I will tell you this, group number 2, I believe that your hidden talent is also similar to group 1 in a different sense, is that you are a healer. And if we talk about, if you're into like witchcraft or into the occult, they talk about a different variety of witches: a water witch, a fire witch, a green witch, a earth witch, whatever. You are definitely the green witch, meaning that you are someone that is, your magic is specifically rooted and connected with earth work, with grounded work, okay? And this is why I was getting a lot of earth sign energy from you, although you don't have to be. But you are someone that is really good at using the earth element, using nature elements to create things, okay? Because we have a lot of creative energy, with nature representing Gaia, representing Mother Earth, and Queen of Pentacles representing the divine feminine, representing Empress energy, divine feminine, divine mother energy, okay? So what I am getting, group number 2, for your hidden talent has anything to do with the earth. So you could be, like I said, for those of you that are really into gardening, some of you are really into plants. Like, I know how a lot of people are like plant daddies or plant mommies, and they like consider their plants their kids. You're someone that, whether you do own plants now, when you do, or if you get into that, or if you're already into that, you consider like your plants like your kids, like those are your babies, and you take really good care of them, and you may learn a lot about them. I'm also getting that another career, or something that you would be really, really good at would be like being I think it's like a botanist, like studying like being a like studying plants, like a plant scientist. Also, anything to do with herbs, like Chinese medicine, or anything to do with like healing through herbs. Like you may be someone already that, like when someone is sick, because I do this sometimes too, but I channel it from my grandma, who I think maybe when I consider it, she may have been a green witch, because I channel that, because I'm not that. I would love to be, but I know my place and it's not that. And I believe that she was, because she did a lot of healing through things that she was creating. The other thing that I will say, sorry, let me finish. Jesus, Andy, let me finish the fucking thought first. This is why I'm not a green witch, because they don't move this fast. What I was saying is, you may be someone that when someone is sick, you'll like come up with like a concoction. Like you'll like, oh, take 2 tablespoons of oregano with this olive oil and some garlic and you'll get better. And people are like, what the hell? Like, where did you come up with that? And you don't know. Like you never looked anything, you didn't Google it or whatever. You just kind of you intuitively know what herbs to use for certain ailments. Like if someone says they have a headache, you're like, oh, here, eat this or drink this tea and you'll get better and whatever. And they do. It's because you are in tune with nature, you're in tune with these forces. The other thing that I will say is that this group might like to cook a lot, or if you don't like to cook, you definitely like to eat a lot. But I am getting that this group likes to cook, or you would be really, really good at cooking. And if you do cook, your food is super, super tasty. And not only is it tasty, your food is actually healing for people. Now, this is something that I personally do, is I put my magic in what I cook. And by magic, I mean my love. And I think that my food is always tasting good, first of all. But secondly, I know that it's really healing to whoever eats it, okay? So I'm getting that you could be a really talented cook, whatever you make. And you could make really simple dishes. You don't have to make anything extravagant, 5-star Michelin, whatever. No, it doesn't have to be that level. But whatever you make is always so tasty, is always yummy. I feel like you might even really enjoy cooking for your friends and family and your loved ones. Baking too. And again, maybe making your own mixes of herbs for teas, maybe making your own concoctions. You may be really into gardening as well. All of these things are things that are part of your talent. You'd be really good at all of these things. You'd be really good at cooking. And this is to say, if you're not already aware of this, right? Because this reading is geared more towards the hidden talent, the thing that you're not fully aware of. So if you haven't got into cooking, try cooking. I think you'd be great at cooking. You would be great at cooking. You would be great at gardening. You would be great at growing like plants and flowers, like becoming like more of like I think that's what it is, but like a botanist. Getting into herbal remedies, like, or homeopathic like type of work, and healing with herbs and with the earth energy. I also think that you would be a really talented climber. Like if you wanted to climb mountains or go into hiking, you would be really, really good at that. If you do go camping, I feel like a hidden talent of yours would be like picking the best spot. Like you would know intuitively, like if everyone's like, you go camp with a group of friends, they're like, hey, we're gonna go camp down in this valley, and something's telling you, no, we should camp over here on this ridge, and then you do, and then like the next day you find out like the valley got flooded out, and everyone's like, whoa, like how did you know? And you're like, oh, I don't know. It's kind of like that. You're really good at picking like prime spots out in nature is like a sub talent. Anything to do with nature, anything to do with that, I feel like animals really listen to you really, really well as well. But I feel like you are someone that maybe right now at this point in your life, you don't feel super confident in yourself. And I think a lot of that has to do with the communication. Communication maybe just seeming not off, but communication may be something that you struggle with in communicating to others in the way that you would like. Like I think that you think you're saying things, or you think that you're relaying information in a certain way, and then once it comes out, people interpret it in a totally different way, which makes you kind of shut down and make you feel kind of bad about yourself. Like, oh, I didn't mean to hurt them. I didn't mean to say that. Like, you know, because that's not who you are. But I think that you are definitely someone that is very, very connected with animals, very, very connected with nature. And we're going to pull 2 cards, and then we're going to talk about what feels, even though we kind of already talked about what feels I think would be great for you to pursue in terms of career, okay? We have, oh my gosh, Goddess of Creation, Transformation, Creativity, and Wholeness. Yeah, like I said, you are someone that's really creative. We're going to talk about this. Goddess of Creation is the divine feminine, is Mother Nature, is Gaia, okay? And we have Amethyst, Transformation, Certainty, and Confidence. I want to say, want to say Capricorn got this video for their December, got these 2 cards for the December reading, but it might have been the Lone Ranger video I did. If you are I know we're talking a lot about the Divine Feminine here, which actually I did talk about a lot in that video, or I'm pretty sure I talked about in that video. If you resonate with the Lone Ranger reading that I just did for the masculines, go check that out, because you might be a masculine, or you could be a feminine, but that could still resonate with you. If you resonate with that reading, go watch it, because I'm pretty sure they got these 2 cards. It's either these 2 cards came out in that video or in the Capricorn December. Go check it out if you need to. Or it maybe was in the December monthly, like the season of Capricorn. We have Goddess of Creation, Transformation, Creativity, and Wholeness. Amethyst, Transformation, Certainty, and Confidence. Yeah, I feel like you guys are also alchemists, which is why I think that you would work really, really well with any type of like herbs, or alchemizing and transmuting one thing into another, like crafting like an herbal supplement or an herbal tea, some type of concoction that will heal or aid someone. So let's talk about careers or jobs or things, hobbies, whatever, that I think that you would be really, really great at. Right off the bat, anything that has to do with any creative endeavor. So a lot of this has to do with artistic expression, which I don't think we really talked about, but anything that's creative. So painting, drawing, writing poems. I'm also getting that maybe even writing poems, lyrics, just writing in a journal would be maybe really good for you to help you train that ability to use your words in the way that you want to use them, okay? So I'm getting that if you struggle with that, if you struggle with people misinterpreting you or saying things that you don't actually mean, I would get journaling to yourself privately would be really helpful for that, okay? But any creative endeavor would be great for you. Anything that involves creating something, okay? So that's why I think cooking would be really good for you, because you're making a meal, you're creating a meal. So becoming a chef, a personal chef, a cook at a restaurant, any one of those things would be really, really great for you. Maybe even some of you so creative in the terms that you want to open up your own restaurant, your own cafe, your own food truck, something like that, where you create your own food and it's so tasty and yummy. And I think that that would be really great for you, okay? The other thing that I'm getting, and I kept saying over and over again, is a botanist, which I'm pretty sure is like someone that's like involved with plants. So you could become a gardener, you could become a landscaper, you could also do something with like forest restoration, restoration, like restoring forest life, like trees, replanting like giant trees and stuff like that. So working with an organization that aims to do that would be something that you would be really good at, and it would be really suited to your talent. The other thing that I was getting with animals, I think that you would be really great as an animal trainer, like a dog trainer or any type of trainer, because I also see that in the 9 of Pentacles. I don't think I showed this. I know it's a little blurry, but sorry, it's just how it's, Jesus. I know it's a little blurry, but that's just how it's gonna be. But she has this hawk on her hand. So like becoming some type of like animal tamer or animal trainer. And it could be with birds, cats, dogs, whatever. It could be with any, excuse me. Could be with any animal that you would be really good at, like training them, getting them to become like obedient or to do whatever it is that you need to do, make them do, right? I'm also getting that this is a smaller percentage of you, because it feels very faint. Could just be like one of you. Get into like animal rights activism, if you're, especially for those of you that are vegan, which I didn't really feel here, but some of you could be vegan and could be really getting to pursuing more activism work in animal rights field, okay? That would be really, really good for you, and you would be really good at it, okay? Painting, drawing, hiking. I don't know if there's like professional mountain climbing, but you would be really good at climbing mountains, especially if you're someone that you already consider yourself a physically excellent person, like you do a lot of physical activity. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Try to see if there's anything else. Yeah, be a great animal trainer, a great botanist, gardener, landscaping, a chef, a baker too. Sorry, like I had mentioned that too. Maybe some of you want to open up a bakery, or you just want to get into baking, or like, you know how there are a lot of people that I've seen over COVID just start like baking goods or making like to-go meals from their own house, and just like posting online, hey, I'm selling cookies on Friday, DM me if you want to put in an order, or I'm selling these like meal plates for $5 a box, let me know. Like maybe something like that would be really good, especially if you're looking for a way to make money, because I think that you would definitely make a lot of money, because like I said, your food is really good if you get into cooking, okay? If you're not already into cooking, although I feel that most of you are. Alrighty, so I think that is it. That is your hidden talent. What a beautiful gift that you have. I wish you the best of luck with using your talent to your best ability. And I think that's it. If this reading resonated with you, if you enjoyed today's reading and you want more readings like this, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and subscribe for more. I'm trying to grow my channel, and all of those things help me grow my channel and allow me to be seen by so many more people. So I thank you for being here, and I hope you appreciated this message. I appreciate you for being here, and I'll see you later. By group number 2. Alrighty, group number 3, how are we doing? We have companionship. So for those of you that picked this group, I'm going to do a quick recap in case you missed that part of the reading at the beginning before we chose our groups. And I'll just kind of quickly talk about what I talked about there. You are my social butterflies. You could specifically be a Pisces, although you don't have to be, but you are my group that likes to analyze and observe other people. Definitely people watcher energy if you like to people watch, and as like a pastime, as an activity, this is definitely the group for you. You could have a lot of friends, or just the few friends and family, or the few people that you do interact with, you get along really well, or you really like interacting with them. The thing that I had said, and kind of like a bigger thing that I said, was I feel that this group maybe experienced some type of childhood trauma, which we're not really going to get into because we're here to talk about what your hidden talent is. Sorry. We're not going to go into full depth of that trauma, although I do feel that this group probably experienced some type of childhood trauma that made you become hyper vigilant and hyper aware of your surroundings and of the people around you. Like, where you kind of you were put in a situation where you had to anticipate people's wants and needs before they vocalize them, where you had to anticipate, oh, how are they feeling today? I have to make sure that they're feeling the right way. I have to make sure that they're in the right mood, etc., etc. Sorry, I thought I heard something. So with this being said, I feel like this led you to become more hyper vigilant and hyper aware. So I think that you are someone that, although, because I had also said that I feel some of you may feel that you're an introvert, so you're like, I'm not a social person. You don't have to be outwardly, but I think that you are someone that really enjoys to watch how people interact with other people, how people act, how people walk, how people talk, how people change the way they act and walk and talk in from this situation to this one, like in different social scenarios, how people kind of act a little different. You like to observe all those things. You like to analyze all of those things. So I definitely get that this is like my like psychologist, psychiatrist, lawyer, counselor, mentor, life coach type of group, but we're going to go ahead and get a little bit more information and see what comes out for you. So for my group number 3 that is into compassion, that has this beautiful energy, this analytical, hyper observant, hyper vigilant energy, what is their hidden talent? We have 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. What is their hidden talent? Oh my gosh, okay, well, this is way too many cards, but I'll mention most of them. I think I'll just take the High Priestess that fell out. We have Death in reverse, the Magician, and the Chariot in reverse. But I'm only going to take the High Priestess. Okay. Alrighty, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and High Priestess in reverse. What is group number 3's hidden talent? Alrighty. I definitely feel that for you guys, your hidden talent, like I said, has a lot to do with observing and watching and waiting almost. I feel like you guys definitely like to watch and wait and analyze. It's not to say, I feel like I'm not getting anything here that tells me that you are very highly communicative or highly social. So although I do still stand by what I said that you could be a social butterfly, it's just that you really like to people watch. Is what I'm saying. And I don't mean that in a creepy stalker or crazy way. Like, I think that you just genuinely enjoy observing others and enjoy what people, like how people act and what people do in their day-to-day. Yeah, like you like to go out and kind of see like, oh, what are they doing? Like, oh, okay, like look at how they're talking to this person. Look at how they're treating this person. Like, what does that say about them? Like, what kind of person must they be if they talk and act like this? what might they have gone through. Like, you like to like kind of almost like, I feel like you guys like to be like people's therapists. Like, you're not, I don't think that most of you are a therapist, like licensed, but I feel like you guys like either your friends and family tell you like, oh my gosh, you're like a therapist, or like you kind of know that you're whether you're good at giving advice or not, you kind of are like a therapist to the people around you. And I think that a lot of it has to do with that you've spent most of your time, again, being in that hyper vigilant, hyper observative state, and you've just watched people. Like, you've just watched friends, family, loved ones, exes, lovers, hookups, like any person, like random people in the street. Every and any and most people that you encounter, you kind of observe. And it's not like you're just like watching what they're doing. You're like observing their actions and their words. And you're like analyzing it. Like, okay, like they walked this way and then they did this and this. Okay, so what does that mean? What kind of person are they? Like, what did they go through to like be that way? Like, you really analyze people in their simplest actions, in their most like extravagant and dramatic actions, but also in their most simple too, like simple everyday things. That's what I meant by everyday. It's like even in just simple, like analyzing people's routines. Like, I feel like you like to know what people do. Like, oh, so like, what do you do when you wake up? Okay, you do that, and then what? You get a coffee, and then okay, and you're kind of like, hey, so like, what does that mean about the person? Like, are they lazy? Are they this? Like, you like to know and understand people. I will also say for this group, I feel that you may have a difficult time understanding yourself, or you have in the past. I definitely feel like this group is on the older side. And by older side, I just mean like 30 and plus, which is not old. I'm just saying like you're more mature. I don't really feel like you're younger than like my age. I'm like 26, like 25. I don't feel like you're younger than that. Out of my face. I just feel like you've lived more. That's to say, it's not necessarily because I'm not really, and this is no tea, no shade, really. It's not that I feel that you're mature, although you could be, and it's not that I feel that you're old, although you could be. It's that I feel that you're experienced. That's what it is. So you could be young, you could be old in age, you could be immature or mature. But what it is that you've lived, which I don't think that you're mature. You've lived a lot of different experiences. You've done a lot of shit. Good and bad. Positive and negative is what I'm saying. I'm trying not to say good and bad anymore because I feel like those things are so subjective. So many, what's good to someone might be bad to someone else and vice versa. So positive and negative. You've lived through a lot of different scenarios. You've encountered a lot of different type of people. You've been around millionaires and you've been around the dirt poor. You've been around the most selfless and giving people, and you've been around narcissists. It's just like you've had such a variety of people in your life. You've encountered such a variety. You've met some people of different cultures and different backgrounds and different work ethics and different ways of living and different lifestyles. It's like you've learned, and through doing that and you being the way that you are, you've learned so much about the world and so much about people through observing all of these people that you've interacted with. I feel that you generally feel pretty content with your life. I feel like you are kind of waiting for something to happen though. Like, if you've encountered a lot of people that like let's say like you're someone, I feel that you probably live in one place, because I don't think that you've traveled probably at all. You might be someone that like you grew up in the town that you grew up in, you still live there now, which is, I'm not saying is a positive or negative, okay? I'm just observing that I feel that you're someone who, or if it's not like the same exact town, you've never moved out of your state. Do you know what I'm saying? Like maybe you moved like a town or two over, or maybe you moved like to the south or west or north or east of the state, but you didn't move out of the state. I feel like you're still living in the town you grew up in, or still living in the state that you grew up in, and you may have not really, and even like for vacation and stuff, you may have not really done a lot of travel outside of the state, okay? Maybe a little bit, but I don't think a lot. You're not someone that traveled to Europe and all these other countries. You're not someone that traveled the world. You're not even someone that I think traveled to like several different states within the country that you're in. And I think that it's almost like you gained, but you have so much knowledge about the world and how the world works and how people work because of like the people. You may live in a big city or nearby a big city, and if not, you live in a town or in a place where a lot of people vacation or pass through, if that makes sense. So you could live in like New York or Los Angeles or Florida. I feel like a lot of people go to Florida, like for like Disney World or something. Like or you may live like near like Disneyland or Universal Studios or San Francisco, some place that's like big city and a lot of people travel through there during like vacation time or whatever, or just a big city where people go to all the time, anyways. And it's because you live in this area and you have all these people coming through, you learn through their stories. So you're someone who's learned through other people, other travelers, but you yourself are not one. I also feel that you have a lot of people on your side. I know we're going to talk about your talent in a second. We kind of have been touching on it, but I'm just getting a feel more of you. Spirit wants me to talk about you. So far, I think out of the other two groups I've done, Spirit has had me talk about just you a little bit more versus what your talent is, but just talk about you. We have the High Priestess in reverse. I feel that you are a very intuitive person. I don't know why I want to say you could be a Gemini. You could be a Gemini, but you could also be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is what I personally was feeling. But if you're none of those signs, it doesn't matter. You're someone that is very intuitive, but Spirit is saying that like you don't use your intuition. Oh God, I don't want to say that. But that's what they keep saying. Spirit is saying that you don't use your intuition correctly. But for me, it feels more like you don't really use your intuition at all, which I guess like that's why Spirit is like they don't use it correctly because they ain't using it. Yeah, I feel like I think whatever kind of childhood you grew up in, it taught you to not listen or not trust your own voice, to not trust yourself. You could be someone that like you may have built a real life for yourself, like something solid and secure, but it may have been through the opinion and advice of others. Like you're someone who maybe did a lot of courses like how to get rich or how to build a business or yeah, like I feel like, and it's not saying like you listen to everything that everyone tells you. No, because you're smarter than that. You're way smarter than that. But I feel like you've learned a lot about how you built your life. You learned a lot about through like courses or like life coaching from other people instead of like trusting your own voice. And I feel like your intuition is so powerful that it basically would have given you the same information that you got from others, but like from yourself, if you trusted yourself. I just feel like there's a lack of trust. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about your hidden talent a little bit more. So with all this said, being this hyper vigilant, hyper observant person, I already kind of briefly mentioned a couple things, but you would be great at you're a great therapist for people, and again, this is what I said, like I feel like a lot of you probably are not licensed therapists, but you are that for your friends and family. You are like the person people go to for advice, because you have so aside from that, you probably give really good advice. You're also just a really good listener, okay? That's a talent of yours, is that you are a really good listener. And I want to say that that's so valuable in today's society because everyone wants to talk all the time, including myself. I love a good talk. I could talk for hours. But aside from that, everyone nowadays, and I'm not saying that people don't have shit to say, but nowadays, everyone, because of like YouTube and TikTok and all these social media platforms, everybody with a phone thinks that they have something to say. And it's not to say that they don't. I think that they all do, but I think that people just like start talking about things that they have no business talking about. Like they don't know nothing about, but they just like, I'm gonna post this video of me talking about this because everyone else is doing it and I'm just as important. Like people have such a need to have their voice heard without actually talking about the things that they care about or actually know about. They just start talking about random shit. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And I feel like because people just are in a place of really liking to talk, you may work in a place, or you may your work, whatever job you have, your work may have to do. I think I mentioned this has a lot to do with talking. I totally forgot, but I mentioned this in your recap at the beginning before I picked the groups, that you you probably do retail or some type of customer service. Your job entails that, where you have to communicate with people. You have to be good at communicating with people. So you would be good at any type of communication job, okay? Any type of job that has to do with communication. Retail, customer service, maybe some of you are like, are waitresses or waiters, anything you have to do where you have to like, you have to be the forefront. Okay. So it's not to say that you can't be a business owner or CEO, just because I feel like usually like the business owner, like they never like go face to face to the customers, unless like, let's say like you're a small business. Okay. Maybe you're a small business and you're the business owner, but you also like work like in the store and like you are there every day and everyone knows who you are. I just feel that whatever you work at right now, I feel like you talk and you encounter, you could even just be like a cashier at a grocery store or a cashier at a store, where you have to talk to people face to face every day. And I think that those are things you're really good at. You're really good at communicating with people. You're really good, you're a really friendly person, okay? Whether you want to be or not, you know, you may be someone that's like, oh, people, I'm so tired at the end of the day, I'm so exhausted, but like, I feel like you kind of live for it. You love to talk to people. You may like to like, just like you like to chat it up. You like to talk a lot. You like to listen too, but like, and you know when and you can, but you also like to be friendly and make conversation and like smile, and like, you like to ask people how their day is going, and you like to remember stuff. That's the other thing too, is that you remember a lot of details. Like you may deal with talking with a lot of people, but like you'll remember like a client's first and last name, you'll remember a face forever, you'll remember lots of things, and those things are so valuable. Me, girl, if I don't see someone in the same week, I'll forget everything about them. I'm just so, because my mind just doesn't work that way, and I wish it did. So that's what I'm saying. It's a great talent that you have this, because I think that a lot of people don't. It's a difficult skill to have, and I think you don't even really put in a lot of effort to try to remember every little thing. You just do. You have a great memory. And you probably have really good stories. So you're probably a really good storyteller, which is why I'm going to lead into this next talent that I think that you have, is you could be a very great songwriter, poem writer, or just like you could honestly write like a New York best time selling book. Like you could write a book that's just so good that everyone loves it, like sells out, okay? Just because I feel that you have so many stories and you're such a great storyteller. So not only are you a great listener, but I feel like people like to listen to your stories. Like you might get people just like want to talk to you all the time, like just to, I'm getting almost like gossip. I'm not saying it's negative or positive, okay? But I'm getting like, maybe either you like to gossip, like people love to come up to you and just talk and like, just talk about stuff. Like, and that's what I mean by gossip. Like, I don't mean gossip like negative, like you're talking shit about people, although you could do, and I'm not gonna make no judgments. I'm not gonna say it's positive or negative, although, you know, but I feel like you just like to talk about stuff with people. Like you like to talk with people. You're really, so anything with communication, maybe you're a communications major, or you're going for you're majoring in communications. Marketing would be really great for you. You're really good at marketing or promoting stuff, or, you know, you say administrative work would be really good for you as well, I'm getting. But the key things that I'm getting is that you would make a great therapist, although I feel like you already live your life as a therapist, but like as a licensed, like actual therapist, you would make a great licensed therapist. You could help so many people. You would make a great psychiatrist. You would make a great counselor. You make a great mentor. You may already be a mentor to a lot of people, and that is your talent. So keep doing that. Or like a counselor at a school, like a school counselor, which I don't think you need like a lot of, I don't know what you need for that, but I know it's probably not as much as like a therapist or psychiatrist. So maybe that's something that you want to get into. You also would be really good at life coaching. I feel like you already kind of do coach people's lives, but again, without the actual qualifications. And I think that's also something not super hard to get. I think it's like a program you have to do, is like a couple month program. You'd be a great life coach. So all of these things are your talent, which primarily the main talent is communication. Your listening skills and your talking skills are top fucking notch, which just makes you such a great communicator. And like you're like the ultimate communicator. Like you're great at figuring out the right way to tell people certain things, because you know sometimes people don't listen in to certain messages in certain ways, but you'll like find a different way to tell them the same thing and it'll click for them. Like you're so great at communicating. and that is your hidden talent. And all of those fields that I just discussed would be great for you because they all involve a need for strong communication skills. We have Sacred Heart, passion, love, and spiritual communion, and the search, feeling lost, confused, and lonely. So like I said, what I feel like, and I kind of got this loneliness from the Three of Wands. Like, I know it's going to be a little bit blurry, but you can see this woman's like kind of just staring out the window. She looks lonely. Like, I feel like you're kind of just, you're waiting. It's almost like like I said, a lot of you haven't moved away from where you grew up. You're waiting for your adventure to start. You know, like everyone passes through town or like comes in. Like, I feel like you have a lot of people that come in and out of your life. And, you know, you get to hear about their adventures and then you see them sail off onto their adventures and you're kind of like, when am I going to go on my adventure, you know? But but Spirit is letting me know that, like, this is your adventure. Like this, you know, I don't know if any of you are into like medieval stuff or like Game of Thrones or like The Witcher, like those types of shows. But I'm getting like, you're like the person that owns like the tavern or like the bar, the pub, to put it in ways that maybe you'll understand if you don't watch that kind of stuff. You're like the pub owner, the bar owner, like the tavern owner, like, you know, they walk in like, what can I get you, sir? And then they tell you all about their travels and you listen and you gain all this knowledge. And then the next traveler comes into town and they really need help. And you're like, oh my God, you know, this previous traveler gave me all this information about this stuff that this traveler now needs. So you're like the hub, you're like the central hub for people to, like, you gain knowledge and then you're able to share that knowledge with so many people because so many people pass through whatever job it is that you are at, or like, you know, like I just feel like a lot of people come and go. You definitely, wherever you work at, it's like high, like what do they call that in business? Like it has like high foot traffic. Like a lot of people come and go either in that shopping center or like from like wherever it is that you work specifically, or just like towards you, I guess. I don't know what it is that you do. Passion, love, spiritual communion, talking about community and finding communion within ourselves and finding communion within others and like what we do for others. And I feel like a lot of what it is that you have a lot of love for human beings. You have a lot of compassion for people, which is why people are so gravitated towards you and why it's so easy for you to communicate. It's like it's honestly very easy for you to communicate. It's very easy for you to listen. It's very easy for you to talk to other people. I feel like people love talking to you. Like people tell you shit all the time. And with the search, you know, that feeling lost, confused, and lonely, I think that's just more of your internal struggles that you struggle with, feeling maybe lost sometimes, maybe lonely sometimes, even though there's a lot of people, but they're coming and going. And I think that you're just kind of waiting for your adventure in life to start. But baby, Spirit is saying that this is your adventure. You know, not everyone's meant to travel the world. And in a way, you've already experienced so much more than most people your age will ever experience, to be honest, because you're open, right? That's the biggest thing with communication too, is you have to be open to listening. You have to be open to talking. You have to be opening to differing perspectives, to giving and receiving knowledge, which I feel like you do. Like people talk to you and give you information. You learn new things. Like you're like very student teacher vibes, okay? Always stay a student and you will make a great teacher as well, okay? I think I'm gonna wrap it up there because yours got a little bit long. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, group number 3. I think that your reading was beautiful. You have an amazing talent that deserves to be shared with the world. And I think that you are pretty much doing that. Although maybe it feels like you're not, right? I think that you maybe get in your head a little bit that you're not sharing or you're not doing as much with your life as you can be, but you're doing a lot more than you think, okay? So keep that in mind, group number 3. Keep doing you. Keep being the beautiful light and the hub for all these passerbys, all these travelers in your life, because you're doing amazing, amazing work and you're impacting so many people's lives, okay? If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a little comment down below. Subscribe for more if you're not already subscribed. All of these things help me grow my channel, and I'm trying very hard to grow my channel because I personally would like to be a hub as well, and I would like to spread my messages to as many people as possible while we are here on Earth. So thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. Hope it made you feel better discovering these hidden talent of yours. I'll see you later. Bye, group number 3. Hey, group number 4, we are here for your hidden talent. We have body balance. Let's go ahead and get into a quick recap of what I had said at the beginning before we chose our piles. For group number 4, what I feel that this is to do with, you may be someone that is really good at incorporating your yin and yang, your feminine and your masculine energies within you, because we all hold masculine and feminine energies. We are all a virtue of duality, And you may be really good at balancing that, or right now in your current life, you are trying to balance that. You're trying to, if you're someone that's dominantly masculine, you're trying to incorporate your feminine side more in your life. If you are someone that is dominantly feminine, you're trying to incorporate more of your masculine side. If you have not already gotten a good, really balance amongst both of those energies, which I feel that most of you have, most of you that are watching this and pick this group already have found a really good happy medium balance of both of your energies, your yin and your yang. We have the scales here, so you could be a Libra, okay? You could be a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements. You don't have to be, although this would be like a bonus signifier, really stronger message for you if you are a Libra, which is all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna rewind that so it doesn't turn off. So I feel like you are someone, like I said, really good at incorporating those two energies, a really balanced person, a really fair person. The other thing that I was getting was that you may be a really good mediator in terms of resolving conflict. Like if people are arguing, like let's say your two best friends are fighting, you're really good at like empathizing and seeing both perspectives. I do this all the time. I think I'm a great mediator because I can understand both sides. I will probably like have my side that I'm like, okay, I think this is the side that I think is like I'm leaning towards, but like I can understand the other perspective too. And I think that that is, it's an extremely valuable skill, because especially when people are arguing, when emotions are involved and they're heightened to that level of people getting upset, it's very difficult for like this side to see this side's perspective and this side to see this side's perspective. It's like, this is my perspective, I'm right. This is my perspective, I'm right. And you're kind of in the middle and you're like, okay, I see where they're coming from. Okay, that makes sense. I also see where they're coming from, and that makes sense. And you're really good at explaining it to like, you're really good at explaining this side's perspective to this side with, but like actually making it so that they actually hear it and they're like, okay, you're right. I do see it. I do see how that makes sense as well, and vice versa. You're really good at being a mediator. If you're not aware of this already, okay? Because again, hidden talents, we're focusing on the thing that you are unaware of. All right, let's go a little bit more into this. What is the hidden talent for group number 4 that picked body balance? What is the hidden talent? We have star, okay, which also if we look at the imagery, the 2 jugs of water, well, there's also another 2 jugs, but the 2 jugs of water, very similar imagery to the body balance card, right? Something in each hand, pouring a little here, a little there. What else? Hidden talent for, oh my God, I have chills. Oh, wait, that's so crazy. We have temperance, which is literally about tempering and balancing energies. And again, an angel, I know it's blurry, but pouring, let me please clear, will you? Oh, I guess I just won't. But pouring something into the other to temper things out, to balance things out. Temperance literally representing balance. Also, we have major arcana here. What else for group number 4? My God, I'm excited. Oh my, shut the fuck up. Okay, a lot of cards fell out. I'm only gonna take one. I'll take the one that was at the bottom, like the top, I guess. But I will mention the others. You got the Tower, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles were the other ones that we're not taking. So I'm only taking 3. But the one that came out was the Wheel of Fortune. Another card about, I guess, balancing, but balancing in terms... Okay, you have all major arcana. You are the only group that got major arcana. I want to say you have the Star, Temperance, and the Wheel of Fortune. You could be a Libra, Aquarius, Sagittarius. What the hell is the Wheel of Fortune? I honestly don't know what the Wheel of Fortune is. I'm gonna say that you could also be, I don't know. I'm gonna say confidently you could be a Libra, Aquarius, or Sag, and I don't know what the Wheel of Fortune is. I'm sorry. Let me see. What is interesting though, I don't see that it says what zodiac sign it represents. But what is interesting is that it's ruled by Jupiter, which has to do with luck, which Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Pisces. So definitely you could be a Sag. You know what, when I watched this too, I felt drawn to this pile. When I watched this, when I was pulling this, I felt drawn to this pile. So low-key, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't see where it says... Yeah, that's okay. Okay. So, so obviously we have a lot about doing with balancing. Oh my god, your skill? I honestly, off the bat, I'll like go into it a little bit more, but off the bat, what I'm feeling is that like Spirit is saying your skills fucking anything you want it to be. Like I feel like you are talented at everything. We have the star talking about wish fulfillment, okay? So your ultimate desire, your ultimate wish. This could also be specifically whatever your specific wish is, like you like let's say your dream is to be a doctor, or your dream is to be to travel the world, or your dream is to be some type of healer. Whatever your dream is, it's like that's your talent. You are good at that. It's like Spirit to say, like if you pick this group, it's almost like whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be, that's your talent. Like you will make it your talent, or like Spirit makes it your talent, or you just naturally you are. It's almost Spirit is literally saying your talent. You know, I've been watching a lot of like I love like I like superhero movies, and I'm really into like X-Men and like mutants and stuff like that. And there is this character, her name is Domino, I think, and her superpower is like luck. Like she's just extremely lucky. And I'm kind of getting that vibe because you do have temperance here and you do have Wheel of Fortune, so strong Jupiter energy, which represents a lot of luck and abundance. Um, um, so you could be just a really lucky person, but it's almost like your superpower is like anything that you want to do, you're talented at. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like I feel like anything you've ever tried to do, anything that you want to do, you can. It's almost like you can't be mediocre at it. Like you will be like amazing. You want to be a chef, you'll be an amazing chef. You want to be a business person, you'll be an amazing business person. You want to be a designer for clothes, you'll be an amazing designer. You want to be a professional diver, you'll be an amazing professional diver, runner, whatever. Whatever it is that you want to do, it's like I'm getting that like you'll literally like that's what your talent. So it's like your talent. I'm getting like also just because because I referenced X-Men, I'm getting Mystique. Is that her name, Mystique? Like the lady that's all in blue. Especially because I just noticed this, like half of her is blue and half of her is something else. So it's like I'm getting that like you're a shapeshifter. You whatever clothes you put on, whatever uniform you put on to dress as for that job, you will be incredible at it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm also getting that some of you are like you. It's like that's what you're. Oh my god! If you pick this group, you are powerful as fuck. Is what I'm getting. I'm not intimidated, but I'm like in awe of your energy. I'm feeling it more and more, and it's like you just have this like you're just like this bright light that can be morphed and molded into literally anything. Like literally anything. That's insane. But I think that it's because it's like you embody the divine masculine and feminine as one. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that that's really difficult for people to do, right? Because like I said, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us, but usually we draw that line, how it is represented here, in like this side's masculine, this side's feminine. And people primarily live in one or the other. And it's really hard for people to accept both, that they have both, let alone incorporate both and live with both, using both equally and like mesh. It's not even like you have them separated anymore. You know, watch this season of Capricorn readings. I think I talked about that in here. I talked about this in there. I'm getting the imagery of like oil and water. You know how like oil sits on top? I think right, oil sits on top. Yeah, oil sits on top. Like they don't mix. I'm getting that like it's like that's what your masculine and feminine is for most people. It's like it's oil and water. We have it, but they don't mix. It's not only that you've mixed them, but you've mixed them so much that they've become just one liquid. Like they're not even oil and water anymore. It's like a brand new substance that doesn't even fucking exist, and it's just one thing now, and you're living like that. So it's like anything that you desire, anything that you want in life, you will be amazing at it. You are great at balancing your energies. You're also a very fair and just person. So you would be really great at doing any type of criminal work or any type of work where you'd have to be a mediator, where you have to see both sides of a perspective. So you'd be a great prosecutor, a great lawyer, a great defense attorney. What I don't know. I'm like really blown away from this. Again, you have all major arcana, which is crazy, let alone that, but also you're the only pile that got all major. And I would even say that the body balance card is representing judgment, like the major arcana card in tarot, because it literally is that. It's crazy. It really gave me chills once I saw temperance come out. Yeah, it's like, and with the Wheel of Fortune here, it literally just tells me that it's like, it's almost like you, it's like you control the Wheel of Karma. It's so, it's like, this is what I mean by I'm not scared, I'm not intimidated, but it's like kind of scary, your energy, because it's like, holy fuck, like how are you holding, why and how are you holding the Wheel of Karma? Like you literally can get whatever you want. Like the Wheel of Fortune? Like, I think, like, what I'm like seeing like a giant wheel, like a prize wheel, and you know how like people like spin it and like whatever lands on, they get that prize? It's almost like you spin it, but then you like somehow like telekinetically or whatever, you like manipulate the wheel to land on exactly what it is that you want. It like always lands on what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you spin it and there's like 50 options on that wheel and you only want like one thing, it will land on that one thing. And that's kind of what I was getting with when I talked about Domino, that mutant character from like the X-Men universe, where her power is luck. It's like you always get what you want somehow. Things always play out in your favor. This is why I was gravitated towards this pile. Now it makes sense for me. Now it's clicking. Because I see myself as a Charizard Domino. I think I've always said that my superpower is luck. I think I'm an extremely lucky person. Things just always work out for me. Like, that's why I don't really worry about nothing no more. I'm in debt right now. I'm not worried, girl. I don't know how I'm gonna pay it off, but I'm not worried. It'll work out somehow. And it's almost like you need to be able to get in that mindset of like letting go of all your worries and your fears in order for things to flow to you. Because we talk about manifestation all the time and how when you're trying to manifest something, or like, I mean, not anything specific, when you're trying to manifest anything and you're afraid it's not going to come in, or you're worried about when it's going to come in, you have all this fear and this worry, it puts a shield up and it blocks those things from actually coming to you. So when you let go of the fear, when you let go of the worry, when you let go of all these things, that's when those things actually come to us. So it's like, I feel like you're in that perfectly balanced state where you've let go. Excuse me. You've let go of the people that don't serve you. You've let go of the thoughts and beliefs that don't serve you. You've let go of the jobs that you don't fucking like. You've let go of I feel like you've just let go and let be what needs to let go and let be. Like, in every aspect of your life, you're just like, I don't need this. Like, this isn't serving me. This isn't helping. You're just like clearing house. Like, I don't need that. I just need to focus on myself and be happy. And I need to stop surrounding myself with people that make me afraid, that make me surrounding myself with people, situations, things that make me feel small or make me feel limited. Like, you've cut all that shit out. And because you've cut it out, it's really easy for you to be in like this, like, let it go, let it flow state of being, where things are just so balanced within yourself. It's like, that's how you're getting everything that you want and more. Everything that you desire, all your dreams, your ultimate wishes, everything is becoming fulfilled. I'm so shook by your, by your reading, I'm not gonna lie. So, I'm trying to think, like, what else this could represent, but literally, it's like, hold on, let me ask Spirit, like, what else is their talent? Like, I feel like your talent is just that, what I said, which is, like, your talent is, like, whatever you want to be good at, you'll be fucking good at. And that's not the case for most people. There are some people that really want to be good at certain things and they'll spend their whole life studying and training and they'll just be okay at it. But you're like, it's almost like you're amazing at everything you do. There's nothing, it's like, Spirit is saying, like, there's nothing that you do that's like mediocre. Like, you don't do nothing half-assed. You don't do nothing mediocre. And part of that is just your work ethic. Like, you work hard. But part of it is also too, like, the divine is like imbuing you. Like, this is your gift. Like, this is your hidden talent. What else about it, though? Is there anything else about it, Spirit, that, like, they can do whatever they're amazing at everything they do, but what else? Can I get more clarification, or is that it? Oh my god, like, they're even saying that you already know this. And it makes sense. I low-key know this too. But yeah, they're saying they already know. Like, they already know that they're good at everything they do. But maybe that's the thing. Maybe you just thought that the things you've tried, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you've tried to do 5 things in your life, like 5 career paths, and you've been great at all of them. Maybe you just thought, oh, I would just happen to be really good at these 5 things. But Spirit is actually saying anything you put your mind to, you will be amazing at. You will be top notch, first class. Maybe some of you need to go watch X-Men, specifically X-Men First Class. I don't know why, and that just, we've been talking a lot about X-Men in this video, so, but in this reading. But yeah, it's like you're always like the front chair. Like if you're an orchestra person, your first chair, front chair, whatever they call that. You're at the top of class, honors list, dean's list, or whatever. Like whatever that all that good shit is. So it's not just, so if you've done a lot of different careers in your life, you've been all great at them, and there's something else you want to be great at, you're not sure, do it, because you will be great at it. Especially right now, if there's something in your life that you want to pursue, but you're not sure if it will be successful, anything that you do will be successful. Do not doubt it for a second. That is your gift. Your hidden talent. What the? It's just crazy because like when we talk about, I'm going to keep talking about X-Men and superheroes and mutants because that's just what I'm on right now. But in the mutant universe, they talk about like Omega level mutants, which are like the most powerful mutants, superheroes in that universe. And it's like, you technically would be the most powerful one. I'm actually watching Legion right now, and it's like David Haskell or something. I think, yeah, he's like supposedly the most powerful mutant ever in existence. Because he can basically do anything. Like he can literally warp reality to whatever he wants it to be. Like that's what your power is. And maybe this is why this makes sense, because I just started watching this like 2 days ago, Legion. It's like an FX series. But yeah, it's like that. It's like you literally, anything you want to do, anything you want to be good at, you can be good at it. You just got to do it. So if there's something in your mind as of late that you wanted to pursue, don't ever not pursue something because you have a fear or you doubt that you'll be good at it. Because your literal talent, the gift that you were given by the divine, is that you will be incredible and you will be successful at anything that you pursue. Literally anything. You want to wash dishes? Girl, you're going to be the best, most efficient dishwasher in the world. You want to be a pro athlete? You're going to be the strongest, fastest one out there. You want to create a franchise? Girl, you are going to have the most successful franchise. You're going to be like the creator of the next Starbucks, bitch. You're going to have one of your stores on every fucking corner in America. It's like whatever it is that you want to do, you will be like the most successful at it. You will be so successful. And I just want to say that right now, this is crazy. So you really could be a Sagittarius or Pisces, or have strong placements in that. You're definitely a really lucky person. I want to say that I have my music going on right over here. And I was playing like an angel orchestra sound like music. And it just ended and switched. The song it switched to in the playlist is Sleep Attract Abundance, Sleep Programming for Money, Prosperity, Luck, and Wealth, Jupiter's Spin Frequency. Talk about a fucking message there. Jupiter is definitely blessing you. Here we are on the Jupiter Child. That's why my channel... I was kidding. I'm freaking out. We gotta stop reading. That's why my channel is called The Jupiter Child, because Jupiter rules Sag and Pisces, and I feel like I'm blessed by Jupiter. I feel like Jupiter blesses me with whatever I want. So this obviously really resonates with me, especially because I had already felt drawn to this pile when I pulled the cards initially. So definitely you are a daughter or son or child of Jupiter. You are blessed with luck. You are an extremely lucky person. You can have anything you want in life, and anything that you want to do, you will be top notch at it. So don't ever doubt otherwise. We have liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment, and remembrance, resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. So I think what this spirit is just saying, what I had said earlier, it's like some of you may not be in this place yet. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Because I said that some of you are really balanced within your yin and yang, and some of you are starting to try to balance out your yin and yang, okay? Starting to incorporate either more of your masculine or more of your feminine, okay? That's what Spirit is asking you to liberate yourself from. They want you to break free from negative attachment. So you might, like, if you're masculine, you may have been taught, like, to not show emotions, to not be like a little bitch, a little pussy, like to not to not do anything that makes you womanly or feminine because it's seen as a weakness, when actually it's a strength. And I think that that's why that was set in place for you, because it's like, it's almost like as if people unconsciously knew that if you tapped into your, if you're masculine, you tapped into your feminine, or if you're feminine, you tapped into your masculine, you would unleash this unstoppable force, this unstoppable power. You would become unstoppable. And we have remembrance, resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. Kind of going back to what Spirit had told me a second ago, is that you already know this. You already know that like you're good at everything. You already know that anything you want to do, anything you want to be, you will be amazing at, and you will be successful. Like you have this underlying knowing, this clear cognizance knowing, psychic knowing that you'll be fine and you'll be really successful and you'll be like top notch, the best of the best in anything that you want to do. Once you balance yourself out. So for those of you that are not in this balanced state where we've already somehow made oil and water completely mixed together and stay into one brand new liquid and not ever separate again, if you're already there, then you're good. If you're not there, Spirit is saying for those of you that still need to let go, you need to let go more of those negative attachment. Let go of those negative beliefs that if you're masculine, like if you show emotions, you're weak. No. And vice versa, if you're feminine, if you do certain masculine trait things, like it makes you like not as feminine or whatever. Like let go of the belief systems that society has taught you to believe, because they are incorrect and they are limiting you. They were set there to limit you. They were set there to keep you from fully tapping into this, because once you do, you are unstoppable. You are unstoppable. Spirit saying remembrance. Remember who you are. Remember that you are this extremely powerful, potent being, and this is your talent. This is, not everyone has this. Not everyone was given this. Not everyone was given the ability to be amazing at everything, and you literally can be. You can have anything you want, and you can be absolutely amazing at everything that you do. This is insane. Like, for real, off the charts. If you were a mutant in the X-Men universe, you're an Omega level mutant. For y'all that know what that is, and if you're not, Google it, okay? I love y'all. I definitely think that if you resonate with this, you're my kind of people. So leave me a comment down below if you pick this group. I would love to chat with you. Give this a thumbs up if you like this reading, if you like these messages and you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you have not already. All of these things really help my channel grow, and I'm trying to grow my channel so that I can reach out to as many people as I can. That is my goal, and I know I will achieve it. I already know. It's just about time. But if you want to help speed things along, I would really appreciate that. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I appreciate you being here and listening and receiving this message. You have such a beautiful talent, and you can achieve anything that you want. Don't forget it, group number 4. Thank you guys for your time, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.